This is a huge subject, and because of the way that circulation libraries work between seeded races, all seeded races. Okay, and when we talk about the language of fire, and when we talk about taking responsibility and accountability for our own soul, in other words, the journey that we're on, the spiritual pathway that we're on, that relates to learning speed. Yeah. So I read part of something, I guess that was a memo that Kim Go-Gun had put together, right? And so because of being non-polarized consciousness, as an oversoul, then this goes all the way back to when I'm 4 years of age. It means that everything that I am, you are, because what I am is where it all began. So therefore, the fact that you're in the all creation as much as I'm in the all creation, it means I'm experiencing what love is. So therefore, everything that I'm giving love to is what's in my mirror. And that's called mutual benefit. Okay? Because love is what heals us. Okay? And part of what doesn't get said, but it's included in all the information, is advanced tech that can manipulate consciousness. Okay? Through forced breeding experiments, unzipping time, forced breeding with females, graviton technology, brainwave technology, voice to skull, all the rest of it. Okay, and I know that a lot of us have covered all this material, and then you can get into, you mean to tell me I could have thought things and done things that wasn't of my own volition, which means I would not normally have done it myself, and yet I did things that was actually done by somebody else who could do it remotely? Yes. So I'd remind Kim Go-Gun of that, because it's not quite as simple as it seems, even though it's simple when it began with eternal absolute love that's on fire, eternal spirit of fire, and we acknowledge that it's eternal spirit of fire which cleanses our soul and our spirit. So we want to ultimately increase the speed, which is to increase what? The dimensional speed, so that we're getting lighter. Remember how it works? The acceleration of biovoltage and creating more light, increase the percentage of light that we're experiencing, which is real light, not artificial light. Now we're experiencing more of the one. Now we're experiencing more of the first one, because we're clearing the cobwebs away, which are all the layers, which are all the fake layers brought about by an artificial system that has been trapping souls down here for eons of time. So in other words, there's a lot to this conversation, because how you can condense down all the information that's held within cellular memory, within every seeded race, and then condense all that information to a complete knowledge transfer. So now that you have the full picture, wow, now I know why we're all here, which means you can associate one piece of information that we communicate with another piece of information, another piece of information, another piece of information, a gazillion bits, because they're all related, because we're all connected, because that's a cellular network interface based on planetary, galactic, and universal memory banks. That's a lot. So now when you put this in the construct of playing Star Wars video games,